Little stop. Oh, he got blocked from behind, able to give up to a teammate. Mims, left sideline, tips it. He'll fire a three. No good.
And that's what's been missing all year. You make a good defensive play, and now you got to go ahead and capitalize. And they do everything right, but then the ball doesn't go in the basket. And that's the thing that's hurt Quinnipiac so far this year. And we're a good 6 weeks into the season.
Number 22, Christian Burns, a freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, has checked in for Quinnipiac. And now out of top, we get the offensive foul as Tipson got run over by Callahan. That's his first foul.
Well, what you get from Nick Tipson is just a lot of effort. He's a tenacious player, hard-nosed. He's a coach's dream. Speaking of a coach's dream, he is the son of assistant coach Bobby Tipson, you know, and I think Bobby was probably more nervous than his son Nick. You know, he's a sophomore from Burlington, Connecticut. I think his dad was more nervous than Nick was. And Bob Tipson, we'll get a look at him later on during the game, but an infamous coach of Champlain Junior College in Vermont and the Junior College Hall of Fame. So I know he was proud of his boy today.
This is Mims to the foul line, and he runs through a defender, and we get the offensive foul. And that should be number 2 on Mims.
And then you take a look at Bob Tipson, and we're blessed to have him with us. Does a great job for Joe DeSantis, but again, he's in the New England Basketball Hall of Fame, like with real coaches, you know, like Calhoun and those other guys. So he's a legend, and I know he was excited today having his boy get the start.
So now Monroe and Mims for Quinnipiac. 2 fouls apiece. Monroe is back into the game. Mims has checked out. We still have some time left in this first half, so Quinnipiac has to be careful they don't go into the second half in deep foul trouble. Right sideline, the three is put up, in and out. It rattled out for Kutica. This is Crafton anyway.
Well, here we go again. You know, a good feed, but be quick, but don't hurry. And I think that that time, good feed by Rob, but Van rushed. You know, watch how now Rob makes a good feed, and he's just moving a little too fast. Catch, the guy would have came up. You just need to slow down. Great players play slow. Think fast. Play slow.
Being tied at 25. It's been this way for a couple of minutes now. Now another steal. Monroe stepping in the passing lane, has the basketball ahead for Banjo. Threw it too hard. Oh, I thought that went off the hands of Banjo. The baseline official said it did. Now the outside official comes out and says, I think that went off of Banjo, and they changed their call. And I think that might be a good call. No, not sure if we can get another look at it, but it looked like that went right off of Rashawn Banjo's hands.
Well, good job out of the trail official. Rob's going to take it inside, and the trail sees the fact that it went off Rashawn last, and good call.
4 minutes remaining in this first half. As the ball goes low for Gardner, we get a whistle and an offensive foul.
Well, he said, come on, and I'm asking, you know, again, it's a point of emphasis this year, and that's his third foul, that you want to clean up low post play. But I didn't see anything there that would be a foul.
We've got a timeout, 3:56 to go in this first half. We're all knotted up at 25.
When you're in debt, it can feel like there's no way out. You fall behind in bills and credit card payments, and then face even more in late fees and penalties. You dread answering the phone because you've run out of excuses. You know you need help, but you're scared and confused and don't know who to call. It's time to call Debt Free. Debt-free counselors can give you free information about getting out of debt, plus access to more online educational materials about managing your finances. And they'll keep you informed every step of the way. First, they'll run a debt analysis to see if they can save you money even before you sign up. Best of all, Debt-Free can structure an affordable payment plan that could save you thousands and pay off those debts in 5 years or less. And they'll give you advice on creating a family budget you can live with, so you can finally put that debt behind you, once and for all. There is a way out. Let Debt Free show you the way.
Well, before the game tonight, the Elm City Girls Choir from New Haven entertained the fans, singing the national anthem, and what a beautiful job they did, Bill.
Oh, they were great, you know. I mean, it's a group of choristers that want to get disciplined in it, and they're led by Dan Royal and Rebecca Rosenbaum, and the Elm City Choir, an outstanding job. And I got my girl in there, partner, Christina Mecca, in the show. Great voice.
You see some young fans here at Quinnipiac. Game is tied at 25. It's been over 2 minutes and 20 seconds since the last time we have had a point scored. And now, as the Bobcats came ahead, we get a foul on C.J. Vick, his second. Well, these officials are really calling this game close. I'm not saying they're making bad calls. I'm just saying they're calling it very close.
Well, you know what's happening is it's like when you take your car and you're looking to drive fast and there's a lot of speed bumps. So, you know, the pace of play over the course of the last 4 minutes has been all speed bumps. You know, go 5 miles an hour, then you got to stop and go over the top. So kind of just jointed in how the teams are playing, and I think the officials are adding into it.
Patman up top, stepping right around Mims. Now they swing it right corner. Here's a three put up. No good off the back iron. Number 12, Adam Warren, a sophomore from Texas, missing that shot. But Banjo comes ahead, and the Bobcats finally get on the board, breaking the tie. It's now 27-25 Quinnipiac.
Well, what happens sometimes now, you know, you get Dartmouth going to make you work defensively for 25 to 30 seconds. Sometimes you get lazy defensively and you don't attack the defensive boards. Well, that time they attacked the defensive glass and were able to play 94 feet. If you can play 94 feet against Dartmouth, you're going to be successful.
Callahan driving. He'll back it out right corner. The three-pointers put up and in. Quick three from Mike McLaren, his first field goal. He's got 5, comes in at 33% on the season from beyond the arc.
Well, dribble penetration really does matter in this game. He's able to dribble and draw the defender and then dish out. And if I'm Quinnipiac, I don't know if there's any need to go ahead and look to help out.
That's C.J. Vick working in the paint on number 42, Scott Klingbeil, and Klingbeil picks up the personal. That's the 9th team foul on Dartmouth, so Vick will go to the line to shoot a couple. Here's another look at that foul.
Well, he's done a good job when he's caught it down in the low post, you know. I mean, 3 times he's caught it, and 3 times he's ended up at the foul line. He really hasn't got a clean look, but what he's doing, he's putting pressure on the Dartmouth defenders, and he's adding the fouls to the big players, which when you get down to the last 5 minutes of the game, you want your best players to be out on the court. So good job by Vick, and now he's capitalizing on the line. 3 points, 4 rebounds. Hopefully it's 4 and 4 as we move on.
And it is, as he makes the second foul shot. All 4 of his points coming from the charity stripe. And now Joe DeSantis goes a bit deeper to the bench as Pierre Fay, a junior college transfer from Dakar, Senegal, will check in, replacing Vick. Bobcats with the 1-point advantage. It has been a seesaw first half.
Both teams are playing hard.
Both biggest lead for either side was 5 for Dartmouth. There's a long 3 from Steve Callahan. He's got 7. That was from way out.
And not a whole lot you can do against that. If a team's going to shoot the ball from 23 feet, you need to defend it. If it goes in, tough break. You need to go ahead and attack on the offensive end.
Bay faking the 3. Now the Bobcats working inside for Banjo. The shot, a tough one, no good. Rebound put up, no good by Pierre Fay, but we'll get the Dartmouth foul, and we'll see who it's on. Number 42, it's going to be on Scott Klingbeil, his second.
A good feed that time by Nick Tips, and good hands by Banjo. Banjo probably got fouled that time, but Pierre goes ahead and says, you know what? I'm a pretty good free-throw shooter, so I'm going to get an opportunity to go ahead and make it myself. Pierre is a junior college transfer from junior college in Texas by the way of Africa, so probably the best 15-foot shooter on the Bobcats team, as he makes me look bad and misses the first free throw.
That's his first foul shot this season. Second is good. So he makes 1 of 2, his first point of the night. And the lead for Dartmouth is 1. It's 31-30. It has been tight throughout. As I said a moment ago, Dartmouth with the biggest advantage tonight was a 5-point lead when it was 10-5. And that's been it.
Well, you know what? We talked about the battle of wills before the game. DeSantis wanted to get it into the 80s, as again you get a travel there, and Dartmouth wanted to keep the games in the, you know, the 50s or the 60s. And right now, Dartmouth's style of play is winning the battle of the will.
You see a frustrated Dave Fozier, head coach for Dartmouth. His team's turnovers are mounting. This is Mims for Monroe, both playing with 2 fouls. Mims to the foul line, got tangled in his step to the hoop, trying to give low for Banjo, and the Bobcats turn it over.
Dartmouth's done a good job defensively, Glenn. We talk about depth of the basketball, and instead of a white picket fence, they got a green fence. And they painted their face green, and they're doing a good job protecting the board.
Inside a minute remaining in this first half. Dartmouth by 1. On to 15 on their shot clock. This is Callahan. With 7 on the shot clock, he'll fire a 17-footer, no good. And the rebound for Rashawn Banjo. And the Bobcats cannot hold for the final shot. There's about a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
This is a big part of the basketball game, I think. Possession arrow is going to Dartmouth to start the half. So if you're Quinnipiac, you want to end the half with the shot. You don't want to give Dartmouth an opportunity to take the last shot and then get the ball to start the half. I always thought this was a key in the basketball game.
This is Mims, and now a timeout called by Joe DeSantis. We'll stay right here with 12.6 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, coming up on our Hudson United Bank halftime report, we'll take a look at the Quinnipiac University poll, as they have been keeping quite busy as of late. Phil Mecca will talk live with Ashley Kelly, senior center for the Quinnipiac University women's basketball team. And as well, we'll take a look at first half highlights and stats. All that and more coming up on our Hudson United Bank halftime report. So stay tuned.
A good timeout that time by Quinnipiac and DeSantis, and he knows how critical this possession is. And, you know, they want to go into the locker room up at halftime. So you had a 30-second one to use. DeSantis used it. And again, you want to end this with Dartmouth taking the ball out of the net underneath and not having an opportunity to score.
Quinnipiac substitution number 30, C.J. Vick.
C.J. Vick has come back into the game. Bobcats get bigger inside with Banjo and Vick in the game together. Mims to inbound. Looking hands for Monroe. Monroe, right sideline. Crafted inside for Banjo. The shot's blocked, and it goes out of bounds with 4.8 seconds remaining in the half. 1 second on the shot clock.
Well, tough break that time because Bay made a great set play. Banjo goes up, good block. The ball doesn't touch the rim. So Quinnipiac's going to have to get one off real quick.
Mims might have to inbound the ball right at the iron. Let's see what he does with 1 second on the shot clock. Mims, he does, loops it inside. Great pass for Banjo, but he overshot the iron. And the shot clock expires. That's the whistle, and now they'll reset the game clock. Here's another look at that inbound. The inbounds goes right to the iron for Rashawn Banjo. He just could not finish, could not come down with that basketball because of the 1 second on the shot clock. They reset the game clock to 3.6.
Well, great job in time and score situations. Quinnipiac's practicing. You know, they go ahead and get a back door, and Banjo just doesn't go ahead and knock it in. And we saw a picture earlier. You see DeSantis talking to his team, but we ISO'd on DeSantis as we come out. You know, he's had some great seasons here at Quinnipiac, coming off an 18-win season. And you know what happens in coaching? You do your best job when your team doesn't win. You know, you never get rewarded as a coach when your team loses. But I tell you what, I've lost a lot of games as a coach. I tell you what, you work real hard because you need to get your team ready for the next one.
No, Dartmouth defense has been outstanding. A number of blocks here tonight. There was a very big block on Mims by Scott Klingbeil. And there was another one by Klingbeil on Rashawn Banjo. They are doing the job defensively.
Well, you 6 block shots for the Big Green and none for the Bobcats. But, you know, big fella 7 feet. So at 7 feet, big guy, you're supposed to block the shots, and he's doing it. Well done.
Dartmouth holding on to a 1-point advantage. They'll have 3.6 seconds to try and get a basket here at the end of the half. Inbounds goes to Patman. He'll come ahead. Fires a 3. It's no good. And the half ends with Dartmouth on top, 31-30. So a very tight first half. We've had a number of lead changes in the half. But here, after the first 20 minutes, it's the Big Green of Dartmouth on top of the Quinnipiac University Bobcats, 31-30. We'll come back with our Hudson United halftime right after this.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work for your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight.
The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
Ring in the new year in January on Nesson. Cool TV just keeps getting cooler with home games in HD. College basketball hits the hard court on Nesson. Stay true to your school with Hockey East's Friday Night Ice. Nesson heats up the hot stove with a new weekly series, Red Sox Inside Out. And stay indoors to catch Nesson Outdoors. Bring in the new year this January on Nesson.
Bobby Orr called me after I left that last time, and, you know, he left a message saying that, you know, you win in this town, I mean, you're forever idolized, and that's what kind of gives me chills and kind of makes me excited about playing here. Is just, you know, the fairy tale continues.
Nesson is your home for Boston Bruins hockey. And this season, every game ends with Bank North's overtime. New England's Bruins postgame show.
Back at Burtcon Court, there's our halftime score. This is the Hudson United halftime report. Well, the Quinnipiac University poll began in 1988, and now the poll's on a national stage, and it's more popular than ever.
We actually started doing national polls last year. You've got the major players in Washington, D.C., the Washington Post, and the New York Times, and you're getting coverage throughout the entire nation. When you poll on the presidential election, that's really sort of the Super Bowl of politics, if you will. And so it's very exciting to sort of be playing in the major leagues.
And we have been right on some polls that, on some elections, that nobody was right on.
Well, we're probably best known for being the only poll to accurately predict that Hillary Clinton would win her Senate seat by such a large margin.
Nobody else did it. We did it, and you know something? We were right on the button.
And between Wesley Clark and George W. Bush, for whom did you vote?
We develop public opinion surveys on issues in the news. We keep abreast of current events. And, of course, politics, that's really our bread and butter. Elections, that's what people are most interested in, is what the polls say about the next election. And we really discuss what are the hottest issues in the news and decide, okay, that's what we're going to do our next public opinion survey on.
And what we do is we frame questions and we go over them and over them and over them.
It's a group of people who decide what's going to be included in on the poll. And then after we come up with the topic, then it's my job to write the specific questions for the survey.
Doug, who's a genius, generates the numbers, and Quinnipiac puts them out for whoever is interested in using them.
Would you say that you follow what's going on in government and public affairs most of the time, some of the time?
Well, most of the pollsters are Quinnipiac students. They get paid to do it. They also learn a lot.
Some people, when you call them, they're like, oh, Quinnipiac University, I've heard of that. Or I just saw that poll in the newspaper, and they'll be more than willing to do the survey.
A poll runs 5 days, and we like to have 1,200 registered voters. We have 37 stations, and we want every station filled.
The two most important things is sticking to the script, making sure that they read every single question exactly the way it's supposed to be read on the screen.
You know, there's not supposed to be any feedback. They can't give any of their opinions at all.
And the second most important thing is making sure that they choose the respondent accurately.
So we have the birthday method. The person in the household who's 18 years of age or older and having the next birthday. And that will give us a random sampling.
Those are the two most important things that helps us become more accurate in our polls.
Look, I don't like the sound of that. Wow, we're good. We're good. We really are. We're an accurate honest poll.
And how often would you say that you vote? Always, nearly always, part of the time?
We are the only poll in the country that regularly polls in 6 different areas. National polls, New York City, as well as the 4 statewide polls.
Most pollsters work for somebody. Nothing the matter with it, it's honest. They do it, but their job is to advise a candidate or sell breakfast food or something like that. Universities are in the knowledge business. We're in the business of generating knowledge. So that's what makes us different. We're not for sale.
We have no axe to grind. We're completely independent. All of our funding comes from the university.
We don't just do elections. I mean, we do issues. We do not only legislative issues, but social issues. We're a public policy poll, and if I may say so in all modesty, we're pretty darn good.
Yes, they are, and they're pretty busy as of late. We'll continue on here in the Hudson United Bank halftime as Bill will talk with Ashley Kelly, the senior center for the women's team here at Quinnipiac, right after this.
As you all know, winning is a great feeling, and it's okay to celebrate. The way you celebrate says a lot about you. So keep up the good work. Being responsible, respecting the law, celebrating safely. It's all about having a good head on your shoulders. Figuratively speaking.
A message from the National Association of State Universities and Land-Grant Colleges and Anheuser-Busch.
Quinnipiac University in Hamden, Connecticut, providing the highest quality education in business, health, communications, education, and law. Quinnipiac Athletics features 21 NCAA Division I sports for men and women. Our student athletes are challenged by world-class competition in the prestigious Northeast Conference. And we have outstanding intramural and recreational programs. Quinnipiac University. This is your time. This is your place.
Now in its 23rd year, the Northeast Conference brings you all the high-flying action on the hardwood this season. Experience all the thrills as 11 schools battle for league supremacy and a berth in the NCAA tournament, culminating with the NEC's own version of March Madness at the 2004 NEC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships at Wagner College in Staten Island, New York. With 30 televised games on tap this season, including coverage of both the men's and women's tournaments, be sure to check your local listings for games in your area.
Eli's offers fine dining. Eli's has excellent service. Come and enjoy their casual atmosphere. Eli's on Whitney chefs prepare their mouth-watering appetizers, soups, salads, sandwiches, and entrees daily from scratch, using only the finest cuts of meat, the freshest seafood, and vegetables. Choose any tempting entree, including Eli's chicken, lobster sauté, pasta barisi, or one of their gourmet pizzas. Hold your next shower, family reunion, or corporate function in Eli on Whitney's newly remodeled banquet facilities. Eli's on Whitney, Whitney Avenue in Hamden.
Back at Burcon Court, there's our halftime score. Dartmouth on top, and as promised, we are joined here courtside by Ashley Kelly, senior center for the Quinnipiac University women's basketball team. And Ashley, big game last night for you, 30 points, 24 rebounds, setting a new school record. Congratulations on your win over Harvard.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Ashley Kelly, you continue to dominate inside, and you're being double-teamed, you're being triple-teamed. What is, if you had to say, the key to your success? What makes you so special?
You know, I think it's everything has to do with team. I can't get anywhere without my team. They've got to get me the ball. They've got to get me ready in practice. I wouldn't say it's all me. You know, I got to go out and I got to show it what I have every game. And, you know, I give them a lot of credit.
Well, I tell you what, great players usually give the team credit, but as a former coach, I'm going to give you a lot of credit. What makes you such a great rebounder?
You know, it's heart and desire. You know, you want to get that ball. It's not always about position. You just got to want to go up and want to get it, and I think that's what I have. I think I want to get the rebound. When I want to, I'll get it.
Well, Ashley, again, congratulations. Big night last night, and I know we'll be doing one of your games locally in Connecticut on TV coming up at the end of the month. Look forward to that.
You're not leaving here without giving me your autograph. I said I was going to get your autograph. You're signing that for me because she's the best in the history of Quinnipiac women's basketball, Ashley Kelly. You're signing that, girl.
Okay.
While she does that, we'll go to a break and come back, take a look at first half highlights and stats right after this.
Adrenaline, sweat, excitement.
Showtime. Nothing but net. Wow, what a move on the baseline. He got it.
College basketball. on Nesson. Stay tuned as Nesson hits the hardcore. Sundays, UMass at Duquesne at noon on Nesson. Breaking it up.
Discover a latte that more and more people are calling their own. Dunkin' Donuts' incredible new latte. Rich, creamy, made with real espresso. It's putting lattes in a whole new place.
Get a jump on the snow season. Say hello to snow. Are you ready to get wild? Winter Wizard Dan Egan is predicting a wild winter for the whole family this season on Nesson, with a show dedicated to winter gear and games, fitness and fun. Dan Egan's Wild World of Winter, Saturday night at 10:30 on Nesson. Catch up when you wake up every morning on Sports Desk. Every 15 minutes from 5 to 9 a.m., get a complete update on New England sports and all the scores from Desk's new rotating scoreline. Sports Desk, our sportscast on your schedule. Know the score before the game with the Boston Globe pregame report featuring commentary and analysis from Globe writers and Nesson's own pregame news, notes, and more. The Boston Globe pregame report, 30 minutes before game time on Nesson.
Back at Burcon Court, Glenn Conticello, Bill Mecca. There's our score, 31-30. Dartmouth on top. We just spoke with Ashley Kelly. There's the rest of her teammates cheering on the men's team at Quinnipiac here tonight. Well, the Bobcats and the Big Green really battled in that first half. Seesaw battle, and as you see that halftime score, it's a one-point game.
Well, it's been two guys. You know, it's been Rashawn Banjo for Quinnipiac and Leon Patman for Dartmouth. You know, one got 15 and one's got 14. So you're going to get a couple looks here at Banjo, and you're going to see a triple threat. You're going to see Banjo going to go ahead and knock one down from 19-9. Then he's going to say off the screen, you know what, I'm going to score from 15 feet. And he goes ahead and knocks it in with a good release. And then he's going to take it inside. So he has been the number for Quinnipiac offensively. 55, you've called it a lot. Now for Dartmouth, you got their star, Leon Patman. He's going to look down and say, you got to play me out here. And he goes ahead and knocks it down. Now, look at the difference when you feed the post inside. Causes defense. Patman sticks behind a defender. He's been the star for Dartmouth. Evenly played game, 31-30.
Well, as we take a look at the first half numbers, Bobcats 9 of 30 from the field. Dartmouth 12 of 22. Although Quinnipiac holds the advantage in rebounding by 6, and Dartmouth has turned the ball over 4 more times, and Quinnipiac, as you see the score, the slimmest of margins. We'll take a break, come back, and get set for the second half right after this on Nesson.
Every time you smoke a cigarette, you're taking 7 to 11 minutes off your life. For the typical smoker, that can be as much as 10 years. You're nearly twice as likely to die of heart disease and almost 3 times more likely to die of cancer. By the age of 45, your lung function has already declined at 3 times the normal rate. If you're ready to quit smoking, we can help. We're the makers of Smoke Away, a doctor-recommended program developed to eliminate your cravings and have you smoke-free in just 7 days. It's all natural and nicotine-free. And best of all, it's guaranteed to work or your money back. Call us today. Thousands have already quit using Smoke Away. Shouldn't you?
I know it worked the first day for me. I quit overnight.
The first time I used it, I felt the cravings just go away.
Call 1-800-452-7440.
Adrenaline, sweat, excitement.